One day, Field Marshal Montgomery decided to test his troops in North Africa. He approached a young private and asked, "Soldier, what would you do if you saw a column of German tanks approaching your position?" The private stood at attention and replied, "Sir, I would grab my anti-tank rifle, aim carefully, and take out as many tanks as I could, sir." Montgomery nodded and asked, "And what if your rifle jammed?" The private answered, "Sir, I would use my grenades and take cover, sir." Montgomery continued, "And what if you ran out of grenades?" The private confidently said, "Sir, I would use my bayonet and fight to the last, sir." Montgomery asked, "And what if the bayonet broke?" The private, realizing the field marshal was relentless, grinned and said, "Sir, in that case, I'd run faster than you because I've seen your morning jog, sir." During World War II, General Bernard Montgomery was known for his strict discipline and attention to detail. One day, while inspecting his troops, he noticed a young soldier with his boots slightly unpolished. Montgomery stopped in front of the soldier and sternly asked, "Private, do you expect to fight the enemy with those dirty boots?" The nervous soldier stammered, "Well, sir, I thought the enemy would be too busy running away to notice my boots." Montgomery paused for a moment, then broke into a rare smile and said, "Carry on, Private. That's the spirit." While General Montgomery walked through the camp, he spotted soldiers gathered around a strange device resembling a bicycle radio hybrid. Curious, he asked, "What in the name of the king is this contraption?" A young private eagerly replied, "Sir, it's our new secret weapon for communicating with headquarters. We call it the pedal radio. It works by pedaling to generate the power needed to send messages." Intrigued, Montgomery asked, "And how do you ensure it sends the message to the right person?" The private, stumped, hesitated before a quick-witted corporal jumped in. "Oh, that's easy, sir. We just keep pedaling until someone answers, and if it's not for them, they pedal it along to the next chap." Montgomery chuckled. "A rolling radio? Make sure it doesn't roll all the way to Rommel's doorstep." Then he added, "Well, at least you'll keep fit while saving the empire." During a meeting with his officers on the North African battlefield, General Montgomery was discussing the next phase of their campaign. He stood up, pointed at the map on the table, and said, "Gentlemen, we will attack from here, and then circle around to this side. After that, we will—" Suddenly, the table creaked, and one of its legs broke, causing the map and documents to scatter everywhere.
Oh my God.
The officers around him were stunned, and no one dared to laugh. Montgomery, noticing the tension, chuckled and said, "It seems the Nazis have discovered my tactics too early and decided to sabotage this table first." Everyone burst into laughter, and Montgomery calmly continued, "All right, moving on to Plan B. Does anyone have a spare table?" During World War II, General Bernard Montgomery, known for his strict discipline, visited a field hospital to boost the morale of wounded soldiers. As he walked through the rows of beds, he stopped to talk to a young soldier who was grinning widely despite having a bandaged leg. "What's your name, soldier?" Montgomery asked. "Private Smith, sir," the young man replied. "And what happened to you, Private Smith?" Montgomery inquired. "I got shot in the leg, sir," Private Smith answered, still smiling. Montgomery, puzzled by the soldier's cheerful demeanor, asked, "Why are you so happy, Private? You've been wounded in battle." Private Smith's grin widened as he replied, "Well, sir, when the enemy shot me, they missed my mustache by an inch." Montgomery, known for his own iconic mustache, chuckled and said, "Good thing they missed. We can't have the enemy shaving our morale." While overseeing preparations for a crucial operation, General Montgomery noticed a young private struggling with a large supply crate. "Private, what seems to be the problem?" Montgomery inquired. "Sir, this crate is supposed to be filled with ammunition, but it's incredibly light," the private responded, perplexed. Montgomery raised an eyebrow and ordered, "Open it up. Let's see what's inside." The private quickly pried open the crate, revealing a single piece of paper at the bottom. Confused, he read it aloud. "Dear sir, apologies for the delay. Your ammunition will arrive shortly. Meanwhile, here's a note to keep you occupied." Montgomery sighed and said, Well, Private, it seems we've just received the most dangerous weapon of all: bureaucracy. With a twinkle in his eye, Montgomery added, "But don't worry, son. In this desert, even a piece of paper can start a fire if you handle it right."